Most people don't do their hobby as their profession. Like, this is my hobby. Yeah. This is my passion. This is what I love to do. I love building businesses. This is fun for me. Like, I'd rather be doing this than playing Fortnite. I'd rather be doing this than skiing. I'd rather be doing this than rock climbing, yoga, cooking, watching Game of Thrones. This is my hobby. And like, I keep telling everybody in the macro to live their hobby, live their passion, live their happiness, and I'm doing it.
Yeah, I've been living off $1 and a drink, working skis up in my head to try and reach up to the top floor. I can't seem to focus on a single thing. I'm 2 days in.
Hello, Sasha. What up, what up? The first 35 people we hired had 0 days of creative experience, and then I told half of them in a room just like this, not too far from here, you're all making content. And literally, I'm like, any questions? And they're like, I don't know how to make content. I was like, and this was really the answer. I was like, Google it. I was like, well, get you Photoshop and Google it. Like, that was literally like real to me, like very real. Very not real to creative agency land. Like, if you ask me what's the biggest difference between Vayner 2019 and Vayner 2011, and could Sasha take something from that, it's just doing. Organic reach is really feeling it. I think it is algorithmic. Yeah, I think that's right.
In my theory,
please.
At least for me, on Instagram, my attention span is really low.
Yeah.
And if things don't hook me right away, I just
100%.
Yeah.
But I do think. But here's what I would say. I don't think our IGTV thumbnail and titles are good at all, or copy, and they're crushing because I think they're. Got it? That's where my thesis is coming from. The first 3 seconds really matter. The copy really matters. The thumbnail really matters. Everything matters. I love how people think these people have amassed millions of followers, like, because they got lucky. Twitter, hope you're doing super well. Just wanted to wish everybody a tremendous Wednesday. And nothing but health and happiness. And a little fun thing that I think a lot of people tend not to do. I recommend, if you have a second right now, to go into your address book, hit the letter D, and call somebody you haven't spoken to in a long time and just say hello and hi. You know what's funny? I'm gonna do it. Eating your own dog food, D. Here we go, D.
Hey Jay.
What up, Bri?
What's up, man?
Honestly, no joke, I'm just calling you to say that I love you and I'm so grateful for these many, many years that we've gotten to work together at Wine Library. You're just such a wonderful dude, and I just wanted you to know it.
Thanks, man.
How are you?
I haven't heard from you in a while.
Good, I know you haven't. That's why it's fun to just kind of do this once in a blue moon, you know what I mean? I think about you a bunch, and I just want to do a better job of just calling sometimes, so literally that's it. You good?
No problem, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm good.
Seems like a lot of the operation stuff is getting better and better and more efficient every day.
Yeah, definitely. Working on it.
I love it, man. I appreciate it. Ping me anytime, okay?
Will do.
Do that. Put some sort of weird calendar thing on like November, like on September 7th, and like just call me every year on that day or something. Just at least once a year.
You got it.
I love you, pal.
Love you, man.
See you, bye.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Now you get addicted and you're like kind of like, now I'm like looking for more.
At the tone, please record your message.
I don't think I've left a voicemail in like 3 years.
You may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Freddie Dex, it's Garyvee. I just wanted to call and say I love your face. See ya. I haven't talked to him in 7 years. All right, let's bounce.
Yeah, don't play, I'ma get mine. Get in my own way, stop wasting my time. I ain't tryna leave here until I'm getting mine.
So I just wanted to sit with you for a couple of minutes today to present a little idea I had based on the comics we were doing a couple months back.
Bitch, I be taking what's mine. I ain't tryna leave here until I'm getting mine. You don't gotta see that I'm right.
I'll tell you, the thing that I would highly recommend is maybe making a comic of something that's actually happening at this moment. like the college, you know, the parents buying fucking kids into college.
Yeah.
We should have made a comic on that.
Absolutely.
Like it should have been like a bunch of people like, Gary, did you hear what happened?
Yeah, let's do
like,
something.
and my reply would be like, what do you think I've been telling you? You know, like stuff like that, social commentate, like of the moment, in the same way you're thinking about that.
Yeah.
But we're cool with that, Chris. I'm into it.
Cool. Yeah, no, that's exactly what I wanted to do. I want
Let's
to
go.
capture stuff and,
Literally,
you know,
like, look, the best way to get shit to happen is to go find Mike Boyd, get Mike Boyd, find his number, call him, get Keith on the phone, and let him make sure he's, you know? The other thing is, I don't want you to waste time, so you should be fucking texting me and saying like, I want to make a comic on this. This just happened, what do you think?
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna reply one out of every 3 times, and like, we're gonna go.
All right, G. If you had to pair one wine with vegetables, what would it be?
Empathy rosé.
And if you had to pair one soft cheese with,
Empathy rosé.
what if it was a hard cheese though?
Empathy rosé.
Fish?
Oh, with fish, empathy rosé.
Okay, but what about white meat?
Like a chicken,
Yeah, chicken.
empathy rosé.
Red meat? Maybe a steak?
There. Empathy rosé.
All right, but finally, if you had to pair it with a dessert, what would it be?
Like a coconut cream pie.
That, or maybe just like a sprinkled cupcake.
The empathy rosé. I was fighting to stay alive the whole time. Oh, I think you should do make a piece of content that's like a spin the bottle. I'm gonna kiss one of you, so get ready. D-Rock, I know you've always wanted it.
No.
Yeah, D-Rock.
No.
Oh, so perfect. I want to kiss myself.
I think it's
It's literally nobody. That was amazing.
Gotta see that I'm right. Get in my own way, stop wasting my time. Put it in all in my mind. Bitch, I be taking what's mine. Bitch, I be taking what's mine.
This was my first time filming you like all day long, really, and I'm just like, how is he doing all this? And I know you say, and I know you say like it's gratitude, so I guess I just wanted to see if you could like elaborate even more on that.
Well, first of all, it's a lot of practice, right? I've been really grinding and like working like this my whole life.
True.
So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is gratitude. It's also being in your right spot. Like I love doing this. Like I've said it over and over. You can probably clip 13 different times I've said in the last month. Like this is my hobby.
Yeah.
This is my passion. This is what I love to do. I love building businesses. This is fun for me. Like I'd rather be doing this than playing Fortnite. I'd rather be doing this than skiing. I'd rather be doing this than rock climbing, yoga, cooking, watching Game of Thrones. This is my hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Most people don't do their hobby
Right.
as their profession. Like I just don't think most people are living their hobby, right? And that's it. It's kind of like today when I gave the advice to like go to your contacts and hit the letter D and call somebody, well then I did it.
Right.
And like I keep telling everybody in the macro to live their hobby, live their passion, live their happiness, and I'm doing it. Like I only give advice or hot takes or opinions or thoughts or hypotheses on shit I'm actually living.
So how do those people that want to do that, but they're just too scared to like take the leap, like
They're scared because of judgment, and they're scared because they buy shit or live a lifestyle they can't afford, which is why that's where all my content goes. Think about where all my content goes. Stop buying dumb shit, stop worrying about other people's opinions. Why? Because if you do those two things, you can actually do what you love. Almost everybody can do what they love, but are they willing to live a lifestyle where they only make $31,000 a year? That's, you know, do you want to be happy or do you want to be perceived as happy? Right? Well, people end up buying like, does this dude want this Lexus? Or does he like the way it makes him look to everybody else?
right.
You know? That's my fucking question. It's not super complicated. It's a very simple question. Because the second part of that statement, which I say often, is if he's got that Lexus because he's insecure and using it as a cosign, and that's coming at the expense of him not being able to leave a job he hates, where he's making $84K to go start a Star Trek blog while he has a side job making $47K, that Lexus is bad. If he's happy, that Lexus is amazing. Like, I don't know what else to say.
I guess if I was in, like if you were talking to me
Yes.
when I was saying that, I guess my concern would be, can this be done long term, like macro? Like, I guess I would be afraid that it would just be almost in a way that it would be a short term.
Because you're not an entrepreneur. I hear Star Trek and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start a Star Trek podcast. Then I'm gonna take 18 months, it's gonna pop. Then I'm gonna be able to, I'll do something on the side. But then I'll be able to start like selling hoodies with Star Trek. Like, I think I'm an entrepreneur. I think I can get to 100,000 on any fucking idea, but I'm talented and I'm an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
It's okay if you're not an entrepreneur, but it still speaks to its truth. It is possible. And if it's not long term, like you didn't build it, then go get a fucking job. My thing is like, you could always get the fucking job. You could always succumb. Why are people starting by folding their hand?
I guess.
Play.
Yeah.
Because the system told you to fold your hand. Because it put you in detention if you were rowdy and charismatic. But I didn't fucking listen to you, system. I didn't fucking listen to you, system. I lived it because I didn't respect it because I thought it was a facade, and I ended up being right.
Let's come back.
Thanks, Gary.
Yeah, don't play, I'ma get mine. Get in my own way, stop wasting my time. I ain't tryna leave here until I'm getting mine. You don't gotta see that I'm right. Get in my own way, stop wasting my time. Put it all in my mind. Bitch, I be taking what's mine.